In this video, we're going to take this stock from this to this. That's next. Okay, come here, I got something to show you. This is the area where that pressed checkering used to be. And as you can see, there's still a bit of an outline there. In the last video on this stock restoration, we were able to get everything taken care of up to this point. And now the final piece is putting something back in here that replaces that pressed checkering. I've already done one side, and I kind of gave you a sneak peek at the beginning so you can see what I did. I basically took an oak leaf design, and you see I got a couple of acorns down there, and put that in instead of the cut checkering. Okay, I probably should go over some of the tools that I'm going to be using. In order to get the curves correct on this outline, I have a French curve that I'm using, and also this triangle. So for the straight parts I can use that. I also have several gouges and V-veiners from just a woodworking kit that I've got here. And I also have my checkering tools. I'm using a number of them in order to get the lines in the way they're supposed to be. So I'll be using all of these tools in one way, shape, or form in order to get this to happen. I'm going to start out by putting the outlines in and then getting those lines deepened into the wood. Okay, I just scored a line with the X-Acto knife using that French curve as a guide, and now just very carefully using this I believe this is the 60-degree cutter, and I'm running down that line and just making that mark. So there we have it. I'm going to do this for the rest of the stock, and rather than have you watch me through this whole thing, I'm going to go ahead and get this traced out, and then I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, now that I have the line basically etched in there, the next thing I'm going to do is take this tool. This tool, it's a double tooth. Well, not exactly. One side has teeth, the other side is smooth. So what you can do is you take the smooth side and you run it through the existing line, and it'll create another line for you. I'm going to do that next so that I get a double line all the way around. So now I've created the double line here, and the next thing I need to do is use this tool, which is basically it's a double line carver, and this will deepen the two lines simultaneously, so they'll be roughly the same depth. I'm going to run through that next, then we'll be done with the border and we can start carving. So I'm using this X-Acto knife to just kind of scratch out the little veins that I want to have in the leaf. That's the second one. Okay, so I'm going to use a very dark stain. This is a varathane stain. It's called Espresso. It's really super dark, and I'll be applying that to the darker portions of this. And you don't have to worry too much about coverage, because once this soaks in, it should look pretty darn good. I'm just wiping the excess off here, taking a look, see. It's not bad. Doesn't look too shabby. I'm going to keep applying this and see if I can get it to soak in some of the other spots. So here's the finished product. Got the carving done. We finished the fore end here, as well as the pistol grip on both sides. I'll tell you, for me that looks a lot better than if I had tried to do any kind of checkering. Well, here it is, 100% complete. Let's just quickly go over what we did to this rifle. First thing that we did was we stripped off all of that finish that was on it, and we sanded it down until we got rid of all of that terrible looking pressed checkering. That was absolutely awful. The next thing that we did was we paid attention to the actual form of the stock itself. We added some flutes up here, and then we defined the pistol grip better. We added this little cap as well. I flattened the Monte Carlo portion and made sure that it was nice and straight. I added a better trigger guard here, and then in the fore end we made this nice schnabel design and got rid of that awful looking 2x4. The other thing that we did on the gun was we rounded the stock at the top where it meets the barrel in order to make it more of an even transition from the wood to the metal. And then finally what we did was, instead of doing the checkering, we decided to do a little wood carving, and frankly it turned out pretty nice. I did the pistol grip and the fore end. So that's it. This project is complete. I think the gun came out pretty nicely, and we'll probably take it to the range this week and test fire it. That's it for this video. We'll see you on the next one.